So today, one of my favorite channels, Odyssey Central, made a video discussing Smash Ultimate hot takes. Basically, he talked about controversial opinions that he had, as well as taking comments from others. I was one of those people who had commented their hot take, and I got the sneaky idea to post two instead of one. Using my two accounts, aka my YouTube channel and another account I just use as a viewer, I posted two hot takes to his community tab. The thinking was that I would have double the chance of getting featured. So I wait for 6 days and I find the video right at the top of my recommended feed. I watch it and wait until I'm finally shown. In fact, I was the last comment featured, making my appearance feel even more grand. And although Odyssey Central disagreed with my statement, I was too giddy at the idea of being featured to care. However, that momentary excitement was soon replaced with a strange, empty feeling inside me. The comment that was featured wasn't the one by my main account I use to interact with the internet, but my other account I simply use to watch YouTube. I felt mad at myself for wasting my chance with an account I don't care about, rather than the account I actually want to use to post comments and talk with others. The fleeting boost to my ego and anger over my own mistake made me think back on my pride and how it's been driving my online behavior, even to this day. Good morning, Internet. Can we have a word? So that opening bit was what I had felt waking up today. I wanted to speak with you about my ego and how it's impacted my actions online. I guess there's no better place to start than my first YouTube channel. This is a wonderful little thing I love and despise. If I'm being honest, as much as I internally hate to admit it, this version of me and the present day me have a lot more in common than I wanted to believe before writing this. I plan to cover the old channel in its own video, but as of right now, we're strictly talking about my own egotistical behavior. One of the first habits I got was hearting and liking any comment someone made instead of giving out the heart and like to a comment that stood out. I would also essentially beg for compliments and persistently ask viewers what they liked about the video. I'm guessing I did this to feel better about myself, like asking them what they liked would make me feel that my obviously terrible video was good enough to somehow entertain a stranger. I did this with essentially every comment and reply I got, but soon grew out of the constant hearts and likes, although I still have a habit of over-commenting even today. One of my more egregious practices was literally begging for fans to make videos about me. Like, I would post multiple videos on my old channel where I would go, "Hey, make a video about me and spread the word." And while a few did follow that request, I feel that it may have alienated some who may have enjoyed my content before. What I find most confusing is that even though back then I was totally content with a video's quality grading at negative numbers, I still felt the impulse to seek out validation and support wherever I could. I've thankfully grown out a lot of those habits, but sometimes they might come creeping back up. As you may or may not know, I have several online accounts that I post with, such as my DeviantArt page or my fanfiction.net profile. Unfortunately, these aren't immune to my prideful instincts either. Like, when I post a new story or chapter to my FFN or Wattpad or AO3, I'd be sitting there just waiting for a comment or a favorite or anything. I'd say that's the hardest habit of mine to break, the constant expectation that at some point, someone will comment or like something I made. However, I think one of my worst habits is also one of my most recent and unyielding, thinking that I'm a bigger or more important than creator than I really am. I'd say that a lot of examples for this come from DeviantArt. DeviantArt is probably the website where I comment the most, and I'm always checking out other creators and complimenting their work. The problem, however, lies with something that I talked about before, my expectation of a response. I am merely a novice, and on DeviantArt, I published only around 60 deviations to my account as of writing the script. I have a terrible upload schedule and barely get any comments of any kind. Despite this, I post comments on the work of some of the biggest creators I can find, hoping that either they themselves or another fan either replies or likes my comment. I mean, think about how my behavior looks to an outsider's perspective. Here's a post by Mega Iceman X, a Pokemon fanfic writer. He's pretty well known in the DeviantArt Pokemon community, and I left a heartfelt message for him relating to his struggles with writer's block. I'll admit, however, that some part of me made that comment simply for attention. Like, hey, I'm making a sweet response to a popular creator's post. Maybe I'll get replies by either them or other big creators. Of course, to an outsider, they'll either never see my comment, or even if they see it, they won't care. Like, who's this nobody who doesn't even have 100 deviations to his name, who has an awful upload schedule and disappoints his audience? Why should I care about his comment no matter how sweet it is? I know that sounds harsh and exaggerated, and in truth it is, but it's true for me to an extent. I just started out on this website, only been posting on it for a few months, after I forgot about it for 3 years. Why should someone care about me? Because I beg for compliments and comments about my stuff? That's just self-centered and rude. I think it'll take a while until I fully grow out of all of this. I don't want to predict how long. It could be a year, a couple years, some decades, or my whole life. I can't change myself just like that. It has to be conquered over some amount of time. I think all I can do for now is try my best and not give in, and find a way to appreciate myself more as who I am now. PhoeMIX, a microscopic, aspiring creator with 3 subscribers, 6 videos, 61 deviations, and 5 incomplete stories to his name. Good night, Internet. I'll talk with you next time.